Good evening, race fans, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV. Tonight, the final race of the series, well, not the series, tonight, the final race of tonight, the penultimate round of the 2019 Season 6 410 Winged Sprint Cars, presented by World of Thunder. And for the third time tonight, we are here, still at the Fairbury Speedway. Good evening, race fans. My name is Brett Wheeler. Thank you for joining us here on this Sunday evening. Of course, we get set for the 410 Winged Sprint Car qualifying in just a few moments time, less than 30 seconds. Of course, I want to welcome everybody into our Facebook, YouTube and Twitch feeds. We hope you enjoy the coverage here this evening as well. Just some new information sort of coming through after the qualifying session. The track is going to get reset to about 15%. It'll carry over all the way through to the B mains. Once the B mains is complete, we are going to reset it once again, and we are going to hopefully have a good showing for the A main later on tonight. Hello, Stephen, watching from Quebec in Canada. Hello, William. You know, look, well, you know what? Let's hopefully things are going to go a little bit better here in this one. All right, qualifying on the program right now. Let's take a look at the top 20 drivers on the left-hand side of your screen. Down the bottom left is the driver that we are going to be watching on the racetrack right now. And the elbow is up. In fact, it is the Wicked Energy. Let me get that right camera angle. It is the Wicked Energy Gum. Number 79. And he's Billy Rowley. Britton Roxbury, 10.597. Quick time. Waiting for a time to come through. Where's Rowley gone? There he is. Rowley in car 79. First lap time. Fifth quick. James Grace in the 269 machine. Waiting for a time to come through. I think we had close to 40 drivers signed into the pit area for tonight's race. Tyler Shell, quick time with a 10.490. It is a 10th quicker. James Grace, 9th quick with a 10.896. There is Ernie Williams Jr. with a 18th quick, in fact, with an 11.250. His second lap is quicker with 11.070. Nathan Davis, 7th quick with a 10.778. Logan Rumsey, 4th quick. Here is Jacob Fields in the Elite 7 Racing 007 entry. Looking at the drivers, he'll be the 34th. Hayden Carver will be the 35th driver. And we've still got about 3 or 4 cars to take a time. Jacob Fields, first lap time for the 007 machine into turns 3 and 4. $10.7496 quick for Jacob Fields. Daniel Cummings Jr. fresh off a podium in the UMP Modifieds here, just run second. Hello, Rusty. Daniel Cummings Jr. 29th quick. Matt Dixon on the speedway in caliber 96. Yet to turn in laps here in a winged sprint car. I've done about 10-15 laps in a 360. 18th quick for Matt Dixon. 35 cars have taken a time. We've got 2, 4, 5 cars that have yet to take a time. And Tyler Shell by a 10th. 10.490 quick time. Britton Roxbury, second quick. Chris Fisher, third. Logan Rumsey, Mason Hannigan. Your top 5. Jacob Fields, Devin Ryan, Nathan Davis, Billy Rowley, Brendan Lacey. Your top 10, James Grace, Aiden Perdue, Dylan Williams, Vince Romeo, Tommy Rowe. Top 15, Stephen Hill, Stephen Roy, Matt Dixon, Jonathan Smith, and Ernie Williams Jr. Right on the cusp of 20th position. 5 heat races on the program for tonight's 410 Winged Sprint Cars. Of course, you're looking at the Fairbury Victory Lane plus the Scarecrow. Let's take a look now at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid for heat number 1. The Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid looks like this. Starting on pole, car number 44 of Tyler Shell. On the outside of the front row, the 007 car, that is Jacob Fields. James Race, the 269, will start position 3. Stephen Hill, the 127, will start position number 4. At a position number 5, car number 95, Dalton Collins, and Russell Berry in the 084 will start position 6. Starting position 7, car number 99 of Nate Mullenix. At a position number 9, car 49. At a position 8, that's David Heilemann. And I don't think our 9th and final car is going to make the call, so we're just waiting on James Grace. In fact, he's not even going to grid up, so that's going to put 7 cars for heat race number 1. William, that's probably a good idea if you take fuel out of the race car. Just quietly. Heat number 1, the World of Thunder iRacing League 410 winged sprint cars for round number 7. The final week, next week. Of course, the 8-week season about to wrap up. The penultimate round of the series set to begin. Green flag off turn number 4 and Tyler Shell. And uh-oh, Jacob Fields come down the racetrack and caught the... No, it wasn't 8 Mullenix, but you see 3 cars already. And remember, the top 2 go straight through to the dashes. The yellow flag is going to fly, and that's going to trigger me because I don't know why that didn't come out. Yeah, it doesn't show it on the screen, Daniel. It doesn't show the yellows on the screen. Jordan, hello. There you going. So Dalton Collins was one of those cars that was involved in that debacle on the front or on the opening up, I should say. I believe that was Jacob Fields who actually came down the racetrack. Again, without taking a look at your Wicked Cushion instant replay, as the Scarecrow gives him the 1 to go signal. So we start and complete lap number 4. In fact, the delayed green is going to come back out. There is the 1 to green signal right now. So 5 down with 5 to run. 10 lap heat races. It took a while for these drivers to double up on the restarts, but green flag is out. And we're back underway here at the Fairbury Speedway. Shell runs the top side. Stephen Hill in 2nd spot. Also run on the top side of the racetrack. Heilemann down low through turn number 3 and 4. 4 laps to run. Remember, top 3 to the main event. Tyler Shell just absolutely checking out from the rest of the field. Stephen Hill, David Heilemann got nothing for the driver of the number 85 machine of Tyler Shell. We continue to watch the battle on for the final spot. Well, one of the final spots in this. Oh, there goes Stephen Hill. Take that one out as he stops there, and the yellow flag is going to come out. And that's going to put us into a green-white checker situation here for heat race number 1. So a reminder, tomorrow night, 10 PM Eastern, the first round of the World of Thunder and Ultimate Dirt TV 360 Winged Sprint Car Series from the Knoxville Raceway. So we'll go up at 10 PM Eastern. We'll have a 15-minute practice session. Heat races, B mains. And then, of course, we will also have the main event to come as well. Well, Steve, you can only learn from the mistakes. Don't race a new track. Green-white checker, Tyler Shell, David Heilemann, he waits to get on the gas this time by as Well, Shelton's now going to have the 49 of Harleman breathing down his throat, down the back straight away. Into turns 3 and 4 they run. Harleman real close to the rear nerf bar as he goes down low into turns 1 and 2. Slide job, but Shell turns it back underneath him. And Shell into turns 3 and 4. Harleman stays low. Your winner in heat number 1 and advancing to the redraw. Tyler Shell, David Harleman will grab second. Third is going to be Dalton Collins. Then you go back to Stephen Hill, Russell Berry, and a couple of DNFs there in heat number 1. Heat number 2. Now let's take a look here at your Ultimate TV starting grid. Scheduled 7 cars in this one. For heat number 2, Britton Roxbury in the 015 will start position 1. Devon Ryan, car 34, will start position 2. Out of position 3, car 37 of Aidan Perdue. Out of position 4, car number 42 of Stephen Roy. Brian Johnson in the 121 will start position 5. Eric Stubber, car number 25, will start position 6. And Tanner Folds in the 115 will start position number 7. It's alright, Steve. It's alright. Trust me, this track will never ever be on a schedule that I make. I'd rather use the good 3-4 tracks that we use and just run them over. Alright, Roxbury and Devon Ryan on the front row of turn number 4. Roxbury, he stamps his right foot down. Green flag goes out. We're underway. Heat number 2. Into turns 1 and 2 we go. Ryan comes down, gets a little loose there. He's going to lose a couple of positions. He looks to stay on the bottom side as... Uh-oh. Okay, Brian Johnson and yellow flag going to come out. Dan, you don't really see this happen all too much. Let's take a look here at your Wicked Cushion instant replay. This is why you don't run a black and green car. Watch, watch, watch. He hits the wall, and gets shunted back. Okay. Just for the giggles. Just for the giggles right now. I want to take a look. Ready? Oh, yeah, no, he's going straight. Yeah, he's only doing, 80 miles per hour or whatever. Okay, I can understand, yeah, jumping. I didn't even jump the wall. Oh, there he is. He jumped the wall in reverse. Okay. Francis and Stephen, thank you very much for the follows. Appreciate it. Welcome in to the UDTV community. Green flag. Excuse me, green flag back out. Roxbury leads down the back straight away. We're going to complete lap number 5 this time by. As there goes Perdue with a slide job on Stephen Roy. Eric Stubber around. We stay green for the moment. Battle on for 3rd and 4th right now. Here comes Devon Ryan back up on the inside on Stephen Roy. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Tyler, it ain't me that's screwing in the redraw, buddy. It's random.org. I think I found the bug in the track though. It's just called Fairbury Speedway. Take the fair out, and that's what they should do with it. They should bury the speedway. It's got nothing to do with me, mate. Have you not seen the races today? I mean, all shit shows. You tell him we went into one of those little arrogant pricks, are you? because Charlotte, Volusia was good. Williams Grove was somewhat decent in the finish, but, you know, they've all been shit shows. Maybe just the ones that you've been in. See the common theme? White flag out. In fact, there's the checker for Britain Roxbury. And Roxbury and Aidan Bajou going to get the 2 spots in the redraw. Everybody else, Stephen Roy to the main event, Stubber, Ryan, Folds and Johnson through to the B mains. Heat race number 3, Chris Fisher and Nathan Davis on the front row. Dylan Williams and Matt Dixon in row number 2. Row number 3, Stephen Calavoda and Daniel Passmore with Jacob Prillman alongside Hayden Cardwell out of position number 8. I thought I saw Cardwell trying to take a qualifying time, but turns out not. Yes, my ego gets in the way. The biggest egos of all. Fucking toolbag. Chris Fisher and Nathan Davis. Keep an eye on Stephen Calavoda. Looking to transfer into the main event as Davis tries to get by Fisher. We'll get a car into the wall, and that is Dylan Williams as he's going to be upside down. The green flag stays out onto the racetrack. He goes Davis down low with a slight jump and not clear Nathan, but Fisher done well. Matt Dixon as well. He done well to hang on to that one. Yellow flag is out. So Davis got to be careful of the slider. Wasn't clear of Chris Fisher. And of course, race control, advising the drivers during the driver's briefing that if you're going to pull a slider, make sure you clear. If you get turned from behind because you didn't clear him, well, that's on you, not the driver behind. Calavoda sits in position number 3 on the restart. Dylan Williams and Matt Dixon back on pit road. Davis leads Fisher. Calavoda looking for a spot in the redraw. Got himself locked into the main event. Fisher all over the back of Davis. Down into 1 and 2 we go. Different lines for your top 3. Davis up top. Fisher 3/4 of the way up the racetrack. And Calavoda working downstairs through turn number 3 and 4. 2 to run. Your leader, the number 36 machine of Nathan Davis. Chris Fisher, the 5, will sit in second. The 23 of Calavoda. Got the 12 on that car, but runs a 23. Sits in position 3. Daniel Passmore in 4th position right now. Then you go back to Jacob Prillman. And there is your leader off of turn number 4. Checkered flag is out. Nathan Davis gets the win ahead of Chris Fisher. Home in second. Those 2 drivers will be in the redraw. Then you go back to Stephen Calavoda, Daniel Passmore and Jacob Prillman. Your top 5. Dixon and Williams also going through to the B mains. Heat number 4, I believe this is. We'll take a look now at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Starting on pole, car number 41, that's Logan Rumsey. On the outside of the front row, car number 79 of Billy Rowley. Vince Romeo, car number 077, will start position 3. Jonathan Smith, car number 9, will start position 4. Position 5, going to be the 024 of Ryan Martin. Position 5, and make that 6. In car 17 is Aaron Letzel. And the 32 of William Duval out of position number 7. There is your good Scarecrow. Logan Rumsey, Billy Rowley on the front row, Vince Romeo and Jonathan Smith. Row 2, green flag is out. As Logan Rumsey got a good start. Rowley jumps to the top side in turns 1 and 2. Romeo stays down low. Romeo will do the same into turn number 3 and 4, but Rowley work on the outside of the racetrack. Jonathan Smith in 4th spot behind the 077 of Vince Romeo as Logan Rumsey makes a mistake, gives the top spot up to the number 79 machine of Billy Rowley. Romeo tries to get around Rumsey, but unsure of what Rumsey was going to do, so he tried to take evasive action. As here comes Romeo with a slight job into turns 3 and 4, but Rumsey stays in the gas and drives around the outside. Smith in front of Ryan Martin, the Hot Wheels 024 machine. Well, Smith into the wall. Martin gets on by. Very lucky there. Rowley, comfortable out in front, completing lap number 5. 5 to run, make that 4. This time bypass the start-finish line. Rumsey still in 2nd, Romeo in 3rd. Martin, Smith, Letzel, and Duval. Geez, Rowley's looking good on the top side of the racetrack right now. Here comes the 41 of Logan Rumsey. Just a couple of laps to go. Doesn't matter if he finishes 2nd, he'll be in the redraw. But, you know, Logan Rumsey, he wants to win every time he hits the racetrack. White flag is out. Final lap here in heat race number 4. Rumsey down to the inside, down into 3 and 4. Rowley stays on the top side. Billy Rowley gets the win ahead of Logan Rumsey. Vince Romeo will come home in 3rd spot. 4th is going to be Ryan Martin. 5th, we'll see Jonathan Smith ahead of Aaron Letzel and William Duval, finishing 3 laps down with Sean Wallenfels Jr. not even making the grid. Heat race number 5. Let's take a look now at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Starting on pole in car number 1, that's Mason Hannigan. On the outside of the front row, the 714 of Brennan Lacey starts position 2. Tommy Rowe in car number 38 will start position 3. Ernie Williams Jr. car number 91 will start position 4. Brett Rolls, car number 24, will start position 5. Daniel Cummings Jr. in car number 40 will start position 6. Your 4th and final row inside-outside, car number 013 of Brett Osborne will start position 7. And Cameron Hannigan in car number 111 will start position at number 8. That's it, William. Place truck to the infield, the final 10 laps of heat racing competition from the Fairbury Speedway. Mason Hannigan in the Team SETI Wicked Cushion. Car number 1 car, green flag is out. Brennan Lacey in 2nd. And of course, you go back to Tommy Rowe as Lacey, Brett Rolls, Tommy Rowe coming together, and there's a massive wreck. And we've got Daniel Cummings Jr. in the number 40 machine. Upside down. Look out, boys. Look out, look out, look out, look out. Pace truck to the infield. Hannigan and Williams. The front row rolls. And Hannigan, Tommy Rowe, sits in position 5 on the restart. 5 cars left in this heat race, and the green flag flies. Rolls on the inside of Ernie Williams Jr. Williams holds on to second spot. Rolls. Looks down low into turns 3 and 4. Hannigan also working the bottom of the racetrack as well. Red rolls on number 17 machine. 3 laps to run. Mason Hannigan holding on to the top spot for the moment, but here comes Ernie Williams. Down to the inside, down into 3 and 4, runs the middle, in fact, slides up to the top, but Mason Hannigan holds on to the number 1 position for the moment. 1 lap to go, this time by off a turn number 4. The final 2 cars to put themselves into the redraw positions, 10 positions. Mason Hannigan 2 turns away from going into the redraw. He stays low through turns 3 and out of turn 4. Mason Hannigan with the win. Ernie Williams Jr. second. Brett Rolls in third. Fourth is going to be Tommy Rowe. Cameron Hannigan in fifth. Daniel Cummings Jr. Brett Osborne and Brennan Lacey. The 8 cars for heat race number 5. Just a couple of B mains up next before we move into the redraw. And then, of course, we will have your 30-lap main event here from the Fairbury Speedway. This will be B main number 1 of 2, I believe. And, well, we're going to take a look now at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid for B main number 1. So just a couple of laps added from the heat races. 12 laps going to be the distance. The top 4 moving on to tonight's A main. And Stephen Hill in the 127 will start position 1. Daniel Passwell, car number 46, will start position 2. Tommy Rowe will start position 3. Devon Ryan out of position number 4. Position number 5 is going to be Jonathan Smith. James Grace out of position number 6. Matt Dixon alongside Daniel Cummings Jr. out of positions 7 and 8. Position 9 going to be the 121 of Brian Johnson out of position 10, William Duval. We go back to Nate Mullinex out of position number 11, Hayden Cardwell, probably not going to make it. And Brett Osborne will round out this now what would be a 12-car field for tonight's opening B main. Of course, just the 2 B mains. So we're going to put 23 into tonight's A main. 15 have already been locked in from the heat races. Top 4 going through from each B main 1 and B main number 2 to make up 23 starters for 30 laps around Fairbury Speedway. No idea, you need to check the points, you need to check with Stephen. I have no idea how the points work on that one. As the green flag flies here in the B main, it's yellow already. Did someone just go flipping? Not Tommy Rowe. William Duval. Let's take a look here at your Wicked Cushion instant replay. So we're back to live pictures. The first yellow in tonight's opening B main number 1. Here we go, 4 down, 8 to go, 1/3 is complete. 3 wide into turns 1 and 2. Ryan, Rowe and Passmore. James Grace and Dixon come together. Here comes Smith on the bottom side, but look at Tommy Rowe in the 38 machine. Looking for second over Devon Ryan in the 34. The white and blue machine up top in second. But keep an eye on the black and red. Uh-oh, Jonathan Smith put a slider and was not clear. Again, it comes back to drivers. Got to make sure that they are clear of the slide job, as Jonathan Smith having all sorts of problems. Here comes James Grace through the mix as well. And look at Daniel Passmore. He holds down the 4th and final transfer spot, but for how long? Because now comes the 269 of James Grace, the complete lap number 8 of 12, and the yellow out onto the speedway. This is going to put us into a green-white checker situation. So a green-white checker incoming for B main number 1. The lights still flashing on the RAC.com pace truck. Your top 4 look like this, and the top 4 again will go through to the main event. Devon Ryan and Stephen Hill. Inside, outside, row 1. Row 2, Tommy Rowe and Daniel Passmore. James Grace on the outside looking in out of position 5. At a position at number 6, car number 40 of Daniel Cummings Jr. And then you go back to Jonathan Smith and Matt Dixon making up the 8 cars. To have lost 4 cars in this one. And the green-white checker situation once again. We've seen this numerous times tonight. Let's see if we can get these final 2 laps in. As Devon Ryan gets on the gas. Stephen Hill cuts back down to the low side into turns 1 and 2. James Grace on the inside of Daniel Passmore. As James Grace moves into position 3 after restarting in 5th, make that 4th as Tommy Rowe gets by him. Stephen Hill, but look at the battle on 3 wide. Oh, it is on. Daniel Passmore with a good move up on the inside. Checkered flag is out. And the win is going to go to Stephen Hill. He gets Devon Ryan, Daniel Passmore in 3rd, and James Grace in 4th. With Tommy Rowe just missing out by a couple of tenths of a second. And he would be filthy about that one. But well done to Stephen Hill, who gets the job done in B main number 1. The second and final B main of the night. Let's take a look now at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid.
You're a two-wheel monster!
Icy, thank you for that follow. Scared the crap out of me. Eric Stubber, Ryan Martin in row number 1, row 2, Russell Berry and Jacob Krillerman. Cameron Hennigan and Tanner Folds in row 3, row 4, Aaron Letzel and Jacob Fields with Dylan Williams and Brennan Lacey in row numbers 5. Eric Stubber. The car to set the pace off turn number 4. 12 laps on the board. Top 4 go through to the main event and the green flag flies. B-main number 2 is underway. These drivers are having a tough time on the racetrack. I believe it's going to be reset for the feature event later on. Of course, we'll have the redraw in just a few moments' time. Cameron Hennigan, the 111, going to be around, and the yellow flag is going to fly. Oh, that's unfortunate, Cameron. That really is unfortunate. Jacob Fields in the 007 as well. Almost gave him a little bit of a hand, but we watched Cameron Hennigan just sit there in no man's land on the tyres. Top 4 transfer, I see, and there is your boy, Cameron Hennigan. Unfortunately, that'll be his night done and dusted. I just think that's quite comical. Pace truck to the infield. 5 complete. 7 to go. Top 4 to the A main. Eric Stubber and Ryan Martin on the front row. Green flag is out once again. Stubber leads down the back straight away. Look at the 714 of Brennan Lacey, who goes upside down. Yellow flag not just out just yet, but there it is. As Jacob Fields at the back as well. He's in position number 8, so the theme continues. One thing I didn't have and I forgot. I apologise to our sponsors for this. Technically it's not the start of the season, but I do apologise to, of course, Wicked Cushion, 19 Designs, World of Thunder Racing League, National Oval Racing Association, JR Production and Media, Monsters of Dirt, iRacing iFlags, and Black Diamond Motorsports. White flag this time by for turn number 4. It is Eric Stubber leading. Ryan Martin. Here comes Letzel in the 12 machine as he's going to end up upside down. That's going to put Dylan Williams and looks like Tanner Folds in the 115 car. He's going to come home in position number 4. Eric Stubber just getting the win there over Ryan Martin. In fact, a little bit closer than what I thought. And what part of don't crash your car didn't these boys understand? Alright, we're going to go down here and we're going to chat with Stephen McMillan. You give a warning to Dylan Williams. If he's to pull that stunt again, he's going to be removed from the race.
Tell him 4. Alright,
what do we got? 10 people?
Yep.
Alright, when you're ready.
Heat race number 1, car number 85, Tyler Shell.
Position 5.
Heat race winner, car number 015, Britton Roxbury.
Position 6.
Heat race winner number 3, 36, Nathan Davis.
Position 7.
Heat race 4 winner, car number 79, Billy Roll.
Position 2.
Heat race number 5 winner, car number 1, Mason Hannigan.
Position 9.
Second place, heat race number 1, car number 49, David Halleman.
Position 4.
Heat race number 2, second place, car number 37, Aiden Purdue.
Position 3.
Heat race number 3, second place, car number 5, Chris Fisher.
Position 10.
Heat race number 4, second place, car number 41, Logan Rumsey.
Position 1.
God bless us. Heat race number 5, second place, 91, Ernie Williams.
Position 8.
Alright.
I'll drag this back up there. You just continue to do what you're doing. Alright, so the redraw is complete. We've got just a little under 40 seconds left in this one. We have our field set for 23 drivers for tonight's 30 lap main event. Of course, a big thanks to our sponsors here once again. A big thanks to Wicked Cushion, 19 Designs, World of Thunder Racing League, National Oval Racing Association, JR Productions and Media, Monsters of Dirt, iRacing iFlames, and Black Diamond Motorsports. Of course, you can catch up and keep up to date with all their social media pages, including their websites. On our website, head over to www.ultimatedirttv.com. Click on the sponsors tab. You can click on their image. It'll take you directly to their website. And of course, don't forget to support the people that support not only us but sim racing in general. All these guys do a fantastic and wonderful job throughout the not only iRacing season but also through the years or the year and years as well. It's our time to take a look here at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid for tonight's 40-lap main event here at the Fairbury Speedway for the World of Thunder 410 Winged Sprint Car Series, round number 7. So the first 10 positions are the drivers in the redraw. Tyler Shell, Britton Roxbury, Nathan Davis, Billy Rowley, Mason Hannigan, David Heileman, Aiden Perdue, Chris Fisher, Logan Rumsey and Ernie Williams Jr. Those drivers inside of your top 10 for the redraw. Positions 11 through to 23 are correct. Dalton Collins out of position 11. Stephen Roy out of position number 12. Out of position 13, Stephen Calavoda alongside Vince Romeo in position 14. Brett Rolls, position 15. Alongside him is Stephen Hill out of position number 16. Position 17, Eric Stubber. Out of position 18, Devin Ryan. Ryan Martin, Daniel Passmore in row 10 inside outside. Then you go back to Dylan Williams, James Grace and Tanner Folds to make up the 23 starters. We know Logan Rumsey will start on pole, and I think it was Billy Rowley who starts position number 2. So again, we just had the redraw live. That's why you heard Stephen McMillan and myself talking now. So the first 5 laps, just like you've seen in the UMPs and super late models. First 5 laps not counting, and that is to get the drivers into their correct redraw positions. And you see the 41 of Logan Rumsey coming through. In fact, that will move as we go through and take a look at the first 10 positions. So Logan Rumsey and Billy Rowley. Then you go back to Aiden Perdue and David Heileman. Tyler Shell alongside Britton Roxbury. Nathan Davis alongside Ernie Williams Jr. And then you got Mason Hannigan alongside Chris Fisher to make up those 10 positions in the redraw. Aaron, I'm going to leave that comment for after the race, and you can tell me what happened, and I'll tell you my response to that. So 40 laps around Fairbury Speedway. The track has been reset. Let's see what kind of racing we are in for. Next time by. Here we go, green off turn number 4. Logan Rumsey and Billy Rowdy, 40 on the board. Green flag is out. We are underway. Aiden Bajou sure would have gotten a countdown on that one because he got a great start. Billy Rowley, David Harleman on the top side of the racetrack along with Britton Roxbury. Rumsey continues to lead. As here comes Bajou down to the inside. We got cars stacking up. And oh, that was very close for your leader Logan Rumsey as Eric Stubber. And the number 25 machine is around and back on pit road. So that'll be his night done and dusted after just a couple of laps. Yeah, no 4 wide this week. We will return to 4 wide action next week. And of course, that's if Steve decides to give these drivers a chance, because why send these drivers into the greatest sight in all of motorsports when they've just... Well, they're the ones making themselves look bad on a racetrack with all these yellows. I can understand this track, it's only new, but... Oh God, some of the other tracks, especially the super late model guys, sprint car guys, I still feel have been the best by far, all bar last week. And I even give them a compliment last week, and that's how they react to it. So, you know what? Just screw them all. Anyhow, green flag back out. Logan Rumsey and Aiden Bajou. Bajou through the middle. Rowley working to the top side of the racetrack. Rowley slides up to the cushion. Billy Rowley into the fence. Andy Williams Jr. They both gather it back up. They both done a very, very good job. Here comes Davis now through the middle. In turns number 1 and 2, they get back to the top shelf in turns 3 and 4. And David Harleman around. And now I'm not sure if Harleman had a helping hand here or not. Let's take a look. Here's your Wicked Cushion instant replay. Yeah, I can tell you that there was a slight hand from Billy Rowley, but of course he just checked up. And of course, again, we'll take a look at a closer angle of the number 49 machine. He just got a run. He got on the brakes. He got off the gas, and Rowley, maybe not expecting Harleman to get off the brakes that hard. And well, you see the result here as you're about to come back to live pitches. The result of the 49 machine looks a little bit worse for wear. No front wing on that car. Not too sure. Let me check it. So the super late models are at the dirt track at Charlotte. The fixed modifieds are at the Knoxville Raceway. And the 410 wing sprint cars are at Knoxville as well. So yeah, alright William, if I ever get bored of watching yellow flags, I'll let you know. Rumsey and Perdue continue to lead the field. Here goes Davis down low with a slide job. Gets a little too sideways, a little too crossed up. Just in front of Britton Roxbury, and Roxbury stayed in the gas and around the outside. I think Davis sort of checked up there. As here goes Perdue to the inside on Rumsey, and they make contact. Roxbury, Shell gets involved, and Ernie Williams Jr., the big beneficiary out of that one, along with Nathan Davis, as both those drivers get into the top three. And you got to wonder if there's any consequences there for any one of those drivers. Again, the contact between Rumsey and Perdue. So the way they restart will be Rumsey, Williams, and Davis. I think Perdue getting an EOL for that one. Of course, not clearing the slider, and hence the reason the contact came out. And you got to feel sorry for Britton Roxbury, who's now trying to look for his name. In fact, that has ended his night. So the lights on the pace track still on, as there's a whole straightaway between this and let's tell Rumsey to tighten up. Tell Rumsey to tighten up. There should be no reason why he's left. Literally, like, that is just stupid shit. Alright, green flag is out. We start lap number 24. So 22 to run. So we're about at the halfway stage of this main event. Williams and Davis starting to climb all over the back of the 41 machine of Logan Rumsey. Davis checks up. Here comes Calavoda into the mix now, into the top 5. We're about to have another yellow as the car went spinning to the infield, and there it is. Aaron, if you're still watching, tell Rumsey he's to be within 1 second of the pace truck at all times. Jeez, it must be hard to follow rules around here. Man, I can't wait till tomorrow night. I'm going to be penalising the shit out of people. There's obviously a reason why he wasn't, I mean, he shouldn't even be on the service if I wanted to get really technical. That's why he didn't get his pro license. He's too young. He's only about 6 years old, I think. Hey Kyle, how you going, mate? Rowley and Calavoda. David Hartman making his way through the field as well, back up to 8th position. Chris Fisher around the outside of Calavoda in turns 1 and 2. Through 3 and 4 we go. That car there, staying to the bottom side of the racetrack. That's Stephen Roy. Williams trying to make a run on the inside in turns 3 and 4. 13 to run. Slide job by Williams. Crossover. Williams tags the wall, and upside down goes Andy Williams Jr. Eight laps left to run here in your main event for round number 7 of the World of Thunder Racing League 410 Winged Sprint Car Series here at Fairbury. Davis to the inside, down on the front straightaway. Nathan Davis, your new race leader. And Rumsey stuffs it into the fence. As we've got Calavoda as well, getting a little sideways down the back straightaway. As well, there goes the 41, and it was only a matter of time. At the top 3 now, Nathan Davis, Billy Rowley, and Chris Fisher. Chris Fisher's gone back to pit road, so from what I can, and this is all just under the assumption, is he might have been given a black flag or something. Other than that, I can't, like, there wasn't all that, I couldn't see any damage on his car. And Dalton Collins in car number 95. Where did Dalton start? He started 11th, so not bad. He's made his way up 8 positions so far. Can he hang on for a podium? We'll find out. There you go. That's what happens when you listen and pay attention to the rules. You stay within a second of the pace truck rather than want to try and make up your own rules. Green, white, checker. To finish off the 7th round of the series, Davis leads Rowley. Collins with Devon Ryan all over the top side, and well, he will hang on. He will move into position 3 right now as the white flag is out. Final lap. 2 turns away for Nathan Davis, the first league race here at Fairbury in the 410 Wing Sprint Cars for World of Thunder, and Nathan Davis goes to victory lane. Second going to be Billy Rowley. See if everybody done the right job. Devon Ryan home in 3rd. Dalton Collins, Brett Rolls, James Grace, Dylan Williams, Tanner Folds, Daniel Passmore, and Stephen Hill in position 10. Vince Romeo, Fisher, Roy Perdue, Rumsey, Calavoda, Harleman, Williams, Hannigan, Martin, Shell, Roxbury, and Stubber. And well, he's at the right to burn it down in victory lane here this evening. So we'll chat to our top 3 here in just a few moments' time. Let's get your thoughts here from the top 3 as we take a look back at the replay here, and we'll chat to the driver that comes home in first place tonight in car number 36 from the Black Diamond Motorsports camp. It is none other than Nathan Davis. And Nate, congratulations on the victory. You had to be very patient throughout this entire feature event, and well, luck come your way and you come away victorious. You're going to be thrilled about this result.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. It's been a little while since I've been back here since the break that they took for the update and everything, but worked on a setup for the car. Car was on rails out there tonight. It was hooked up no matter where you went, bottom, top, even through the slick, it was hooked up. I knew that it was going to be a tough race, starting seventh on the redraw there. Just have to be patient, and this track's, I guess it's notorious so far for, people coming out of the wall in four and being destroyed. So there's a couple cautions that went in my favor, made it through some traffic. I knew I was faster than Logan coming down to it. Just had to be patient, make a mistake there. Got a little run on the inside of him, messed up his rhythm, and I don't know if he got into the wall in four or wall in two, but after that, I didn't see him no more, and Ernie told me it was just clear sailing from there on out.
Not very difficult track conditions towards the end of that one. A track getting a reset. Do you think that sort of helped it a bit, or would you have liked to see this track really slick it off?
Uh, Actually, the reset, it made the racing. I don't know if it made it one line because I was up towards the front more. I don't really know what happened in the back, but I mean, there towards the end of the feature, the track was still pretty slick even after the reset. So if they didn't reset it through all those heats and the mains, I'm sure it'd have been an ice rink out there. Which, I mean, it'd have probably been a fun race, but just the way that it was a fun race and it's still pretty slick.
All right, well, congratulations on the win here in round number 7 of the World of Thunder iRacing League 410 Wing Sprint Cars. We'll let you get celebrating with the team, but before we do, we'll throw the mic back to you one final time. Sponsor shout-outs, all that good stuff, buddy. Who makes it happen for you?
First and foremost, I got to give Drew Neal a shout out. Makes all the team look good in his paint schemes over at 19 Design. So if you need a iRacing paint scheme, a suit, a real life design, go hit him up. 19 Designs or Drew Neal on Facebook. Uh, Shout out to you, Brett, teammate and sponsor for the team, giving us all the exposure and the publicity on social media, making us, stand out from the rest of the teams there. Tim Nichols, Tim's Dirt Track Simulators. If you go to the tracks, go get you, ride in the simulator, see what we do every weekend for fun. You and Steve for the league, putting it on Sunday nights, gives us something to do. It's, good league, usually pretty clean racing, full show tonight. And the guys at Black Diamond, I know Ernie had some tough luck tonight, but all them guys as well.
All right, well done on the win, Nate.
Thanks, sir.
There we go, Nathan Davis there, home in first place, home in second place tonight. The driver of the number 79 machine of Billy Rowley. Billy, congratulations on second place riding here tonight. You started on the outside of the front row with the redraw and a little bit of an up and down race, but you still come away with second place. It's a good result considering that this track was very tough and very slick towards the end of this one.
Yeah, it was. The setup that I built for here was for really, really slick, and it started to come on at the end of the race. I just kept making mistakes. Truthfully, it's one of my favorite tracks now on the sim already, but it's just really hard to race on sometimes depending on who's around you. So kind of, I feel bad for getting into David. He flashed in front of me, and by the time that he blinked back in, he was right there. So but no, I mean, other than the carnage, it seemed like I don't really think I had the car to beat tonight. Nathan just kind of put it to me there a little bit, but felt good. It was good progress, and just kind of keeping some momentum going.
What do you compare this track to compared to other tracks on the serves? I mean, what do you make it down to?
To me, it feels like Lima with Kokomo banking. It's got a really unique top to it, to where it's progressively banked, but not so much. But it gets really, really extreme up towards the wall, and with a sprint car, you really have to run up there until the top gets completely gone. And I think if we had probably about 15 more laps, the race actually would have probably gone to the bottom. I tried running the bottom in the middle of the race and went backwards, and then went back up to the top, and started picking a few guys off here and there. So it's tricky to pass on, but I think that the more that they progress with dirt, the better the short tracks will be, because I think we all know that the half miles and the 3/8 miles are the best racing on the sim right now. The quarter miles kind of struggle, but I think this one shows the most potential out of the 3 short tracks we have right now.
All right, well, congratulations on your second place run here tonight at Fairbury. We know you get it done from inside the cockpit of the race car. Who gets done on the outside? Who helps you on a weekly and season basis, buddy?
Well, first, thanks you guys for putting this stuff on. You and Steve do a really good job at it. It's a fun league to run on Sundays, and we have a pretty good time doing it. But big thanks to Team SETI. I know Weston and the boys have really helped me out quite a bit over the last couple months, and gave me some setup ideas, especially for here. So big shout out to them. Wicked Cushion, Wicked Energy Gum, Motorsports Beat, Zydax Computers. Finally got a new one that'll run consistent frame rate, so that's a big help. But yeah, thanks to my stream, everybody that supports me, and we'll keep having fun.
All right, congratulations goes to Billy Rowley in second place. We'll chat to the driver that comes home in third place tonight in car number 34. That'll be Devin Ryan. Devin, congratulations on the third place run. You limp home in third place with no front wing, some front end damage, but a race that was always going to be tough to pass here on this such a short track. How are you feeling after that one?
I don't really know how to feel about that one. It just seemed like it was carnage from heat races on. Like, I couldn't really catch a break, but I mean, it's cool to get into third there at the end, but I don't know, it's just carnage.
Starting position 18 on this kind of a racetrack. What was the expectations going into the main event? Because it was always going to be difficult to pass, no matter whether if it was tacky or whether it was slick like it was towards the end.
I think I just went into it, just wanted to have throttle control. Really, that was the biggest mistake in my heat, and yeah, I mean, throttle control was the key there. I just couldn't really get an open spot and let my setup do its work.
Oh, you pick up 15 positions in tonight's main event. You started 18th. You come away with the third place run. Congratulations on the podium. We'll let you get out of here, but before we do, any sponsors, shout-outs, all that good stuff? Who makes it happen for you?
I just want to shout out my buddy Nate. He's helped me with some setups over the last few months, and I think we've got a solid car, so hopefully we can get some good racing with it.
All right, congratulations goes to Devin Ryan, who comes in from 18th up to position number 3. But the big winner out of this one in car number 36 is Nathan Davis. And of course, congratulations goes to him for taking out round number 7. Next week, the final week of the 2019 Season 6 for the World of Thunder Super Late Models, UMP Modifieds, and 410 Winged Sprint Cars. The Super Late Models head to the dirt track at Charlotte, while the UMPs and the 410 Winged Sprint Cars finish up at the Doctor Raceway. Of course, you can catch all the action live right here on Ultimate Dirt TV across YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. So if you haven't done so already, hit the like and follow button on our Facebook page, hit the follow button on our Twitch feeds, and of course, don't forget to head over to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Ultimate Dirt TV. Hit that subscribe button, doesn't cost a thing, and keep up to date on when we are live next. Of course, we are live tomorrow night from a little bit before 8 o'clock Eastern for the True Speed Motorsports Super Late Models. That'll be a fixed setup, I believe. And then after that one at 10 p.m. Eastern, we're going to be live with a new stream. It'll be somewhat of a personal stream, just a bit of a stream from behind the scenes, I guess you could say, on Race Control. I'll be hosting that one under the World of Thunder banner. So, of course, that'll be 360 Winged Sprint Cars at 10 p.m. Eastern. The server will go up. And, of course, that'll be... again, we'll be live across the 3 platforms as well. Of course, a big thanks to our sponsors here at Ultimate Dirt TV. A big thanks to Wicked Cushion, 19 Designs, World of Thunder Racing League, National Oval Racing Association, Monsters of Dirt, JR Productions and Media, iRacing, iFlags, and Black Diamond Motorsports. On behalf of the team here at Ultimate Dirt TV, the management behind the scenes, we say farewell, good night. We'll see you back tomorrow night for the True Speed Motorsports Super Late Models round number 1. Good night, everyone.